And how you been? So I am dual streaming. This is Miss Polly. Miss Polly, I have not streamed on YouTube for a minute, and thank you guys for being so patient with me because as I'm getting ready for a live, I want you guys to know that I'm starting some new ventures, and one of them is called Mind Over Tea. Mind Over Tea. So I'm looking down also because I am dual streaming, like we talked about. So, one of the things that I will be doing is on that channel, Mind Over TV, we'll have conversations with my co-host, Dead Pill, and we also will be um, talking about relationships and all kinds of wonderful things. So we got like a little intro for that. We have already done a little bit of an intro. So thank you guys for chilling with me and hanging out. Appreciate you guys coming in. Let me pull up my comments here. I want to make sure I see everything. Okay, so today I would like to do a poly talk. And my poly talks, we just get chill out, have a little conversation. I usually put on, my glamour. Hey, and I get ready. Hey. And I am really happy to be able to also hang out with you guys a little bit prior to going on to my show. So today I'm going on two shows. I am going on a show called Relationships. Sorry, Knowledge and Relationships. The channel. I apologize. They're gonna be like, "Why you messed up?" I apologize. And we on one night knowledge relationships. They're gonna be on knowledge relationships this evening at about 9:30, having conversations there, and then we also will be having other conversations with E Black today. We're definitely gonna take the time to have conversations over there. So in the meanwhile, as I'm doing that, as I'm getting ready to go over there, Hill, I am going to be getting my face on and everything like that, like I usually do. Like I said, I'm dual streaming. So underneath, if you guys see me look down, you know why I'm looking down. It's because we have our streamers down below on tag. So if you guys are interested in that, you can see that. Go tag, and I stream there too. Sometimes, not as much as I used to stream there, which it's one of those things. So it is cool. So we're going to have a great show today. And anybody who has not seen me in a little bit on tag, they might jump in the box and say hey to me. So I'll be going back and forth. Hey, Dragonfly, it's lovely to see you also here in the lives. So as you can hear, it's not like a whole bunch of chaos going on right now. But as usual, we're going to talk about whatever you want to talk about. You come in the box, you talk about anything you want to talk about, we have a conversation about it. Until then, I will chitter chatter a little bit, kind of about things I've been talking about throughout the week and things like that. And then we have those conversations, right? So for the most part, we're gonna answer some questions. So down below, Rick, hey, how are you? Rick has not seen me in a little bit, so it's nice to see you. And it's nice to see you also down here, CED. Um, let's get right into it. Then let's get right into it. So today, I think because of my apparel, we talk a little bit about BDSM because BDSM is something that is looked at in a very, very negative light, as you will say, a very negative light. But there's a lot of people who have a lot of questions about BDSM and they're interested in it. But they're a little scared that first off the bat, their entry in it is going to be like off rip. It's going to be like very intense. It's going to be crazy. You're going to be getting to whips and chains and all that stuff. And a lot of people they don't want to participate in that. They just say no, right? And I think that's what happens with a lot of ladies out here. They think BDSM is really scary because it's like whips and chains. They've seen, the movies, and they get a little worried. I hear that it's always about someone's going to hit them or hurt them, or about this altercation. But in fact, I'll give you this fact. And in fact, BDSM is about mutual respect. And a lot of people overlook that. 50 Shades of Grey. Yeah, correct. So in 50 Shades of Grey, you see that happening and you're like, oh, well, who wants to be part of that? Or it's always somebody who's rich who's into this. I will give you this. There are a lot of people who have money who like BDSM because they can also turn into a different person at that time. And so they don't have to be in that situation where they're dominant or submissive. They can change that out. So it's very uh interesting to go into that. So a lot of people will kind of start gearing towards that and try to be like, okay, I have money. Let me try something out. No one's got to know I have enough money to hide it. So they'll do that. And that's cool too. Right. So that's one thing. For the most part, it is mutual understanding and a lot of respect is in there because with those relationships, you'll have someone who's more dominant, someone who's more submissive, and that person is ultimately giving trust to someone else to do the best thing for them. Now, you hear what I said? I'll say it again. When you're a dom, you are then giving. You are giving. Okay, you're giving someone the safety that they need. If you're a dom, you're giving someone the safety that they need. In submission, you are not doing that. In submission, you are submitting to someone else, and by doing that, you are allowing that person to tell you what to do, advise you to do things based on the better will for you. They're not doing it to hurt you, quote unquote. Some things may hurt you, but they're doing it to really, in fact, help you. So let's just, for example, I know it sounds really strange, but that's basically what it is. Okay, let's jump up here. Okay, I'm looking down here real quick. Hey, beautiful, how you doing? Hey, you doing, big boy? It's nice to see you. I know you were my bouncer before. I appreciate it. And I'm glad you came back. So yeah, so we're talking a little bit about those DOMs. We're talking about that. It's great. Um, Back to what I was saying though. So this is like an exchange of safety. A lot of that is it. Hey, what's up, single one? Exchange of safety. I know people think that's crazy. It really is not. So if someone is telling you, okay, I want you to do this every night, that's really just them. Yes, they're telling you what to do, asking you to submit to them because you are entrusting that they have a better judgment what's good for you than yourself. That's basically. And that sounds really deep, but it is. It can be really deep. Some people take it extreme, like to do certain things, like to push their partners to a level. Um, how can I say it? So let's say someone doesn't like to listen. If you keep pushing them to actually take the time to listen to what you're saying, you're pushing them to the extremity that they can do it. Sometimes even helping them, assisting them, pushing them further than they thought they could go is ultimately helping them at the end of the day. If you tell someone, okay, well, you keep smoking, that's a bad habit, stop it. Or I'm going to spank you. Let's just say that. So just for example, if you're doing that, you're then instilling in them that there is going to be a consequence for them doing something. And at that point, they are going to think about it and not want to do it. There's all kinds of things. I'm just giving examples why it's kind of random, but you have that kind of dynamic. That's interesting. So that's more of a Dom sub situation. And BDSM, it is more than just that. There's other activities that people play. You do not have to be poly to participate in these things. You can be very much monogamous, and do these things. Most people who are in most people who are in these kind of BDSM situations are actually monogamous. They are not poly. They are not. A lot of them would you as a person deem as something that is interaction with more than one person that seems like they're being polyish is not that. Them allowing someone else to touch you. We're talking BDSM. A man allowing someone else to touch you in a particular way or not touch you in a particular way is him saying, I am allowing you to do that, but I can also take that back. I'm allowing you to interact. I'm allowing you to touch my wife. I'm giving you permission, but then I remove that and revoke that if I choose to do such. That is showing control over that situation, right? So also those interactions like that, you have people who are monogamous who enter into these to it's more mental. It's not anything to do with being poly. Yes, they'll interact sometimes sexually with other people, but A lot of the time it's not that. It's either a sexual interaction and then they want that mental connection with one person. They don't want a mental connection with multiple people. And that's why a lot of times people who are poly and lifestyles do not correlate with each other. And that's why they do have some groups called poly slash lifestyles, which means you're into lifestyles, which lifestyle things. You like to interact with other people, but you're also poly. So there's more than one. You can be one or the other. They don't have to be together. So when you're entering into the idea of possibly getting into BDSM, you can consider those things. Okay, I'm gonna kind of get ready because I got a little distracted. So you can think about those things, knowing that you are going to get into a relationship with someone who's poly. You got to look out, check it out, because you don't know what kind of BDSM they're into. You need to find out. You got to ask some questions. Okay. There's some BDM people who anything that is not a normal sexual activity is probably BDSM. Tying up people with ropes. They're called rope bunnies. They get tied up. A lot of people like to get tied up. Men also will be included in that. That's not just a woman thing. Um, I don't think they show the men as much as the women. There are men who like to be tied up. There are men who like to be dominated. I know a lot of men don't like that. Men like to be dominated. There's the rope bunnies. We have their pets. I'm laughing because like I really like I know a little bit about BDSM, okay? And the reason why is because I do dabble a little bit in some things because it's just for educational purposes. And a lot of times I just need to know what's going on. And I'm trying to search it out. And I know I hang around people who are lifestylers. So having conversations with them, I need to know what they're talking about. Or if they ask for advice, I can kind of walk them through it because I understand the dynamic they're in. If you're in a BDSM relationship and you're also poly, and you ask me a question, I try to understand by getting the information. You know, if you're into being a servant, a slave to your partner, that looks different than someone who's not. If you like to be degraded, that's something that is different. So those things matter. Integration doesn't have to be extreme. So I think that it can be extreme, but it doesn't have to. If you're in the bed with your mate and you want him to slap you, first off, most of y'all young folks, most y'all young folks, tell you something, most y'all young folks is into degrading. I, y'all is into degrading. Y'all like someone to smack you, spit in your mouth, do all kinds of stuff that is above level. That is degrading. You like someone call you a hoe or they fucking you. That counts. It can be a little bit. If you like your man call you a hoe, a slut, how he's having sex with you, he call you a nasty, dirty little girl. Those are not positive words, baby. Those are degrading words. He's degrading you, and you like it. So you gotta say what it is. You're into that. Okay, I'm gonna start finding. So if you're into degrading, that's something that's interesting too. So you have to think about that. Do you like when your man call you names? Do you like when your girl, I think, but I'll be honest with you, when a woman calls you an N-word, I know y'all looking at me like you putting all that stuff on you. A girl call you the N-word. I think that's a place of degrading. Because that woman just called you all the way out your name. She didn't say it. She didn't call you all out your name. So she didn't call you the N word. Oh, she didn't get, you just gave her permission to do all kinds of crazy stuff. Mm-mm. So if you like that, if you like, you're into that, right? Like your girl, you call her the N word. You think that that is just okay while she's doing that? You definitely are into degrading to some degree. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I know y'all see me putting on my mask. It's cool. It's cool. It's gonna be all there. Yes. So if you're into degrading, there is a BDSM, there's a fetish. If you're not into it to that much, I can understand, but it's still part of that group. You are in that. You're enjoying being talked to a certain way. You enjoy somebody talking to you wild and crazy. You got no problem. You was into it. So at that point, you gotta say, okay, so what else can I like? What else might I want to do? Okay, let's check these comments out here. Oh my God, thank you. I say all the time. Because being that, yeah, you be like, ooh, nigga, you doing me dirty? Ooh, boy, you putting it on, girl. You didn't made that man. You didn't told him some. You didn't told him some things. He a whole nother person in that room. Yes, sir. I think if you call your man the N word while you doing something, you definitely is you supporting some things. Just want y'all to know, as in my opinion, but I believe it is very so. Okay, so that's one thing. Y'all might not all agree with me, and I know I just put on my mask, and y'all like, oh Lord, we're gonna get it together. So I do think that a lot of women need to be more aware of those things. A lot of people won't say they vanilla. I don't know. I ain't met a lot of vanilla people in my life. I've met a lot of other folk who want to think they vanilla, but they is not vanilla. Okay, I just ain't met them. I think they think they're vanilla by all means, but they is not vanilla. If you like, keep laughing at me. Keep like I'm trying to tell you. Okay, there's a lot of women out here who think they are vanilla and they is not vanilla. They is not vanilla. Or they'll say, "Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that to do." Shame the devil. Don't lie like that. You know you like it because when y'all in the room, y'all be saying y'all like it. I don't want to be honest with you. That just I don't know. These women out here be trying to be cute on these lives and stuff sometimes. And you know what? It is some of them over the top. Some over the top. They over the top talking about some. Oh, I like it this way and that way. And half them don't even know what stuff look like or be about. Cause real people don't talk about it. They show about it. They show up. They show up. They show up. You know somebody's serious. If you with somebody, right, and you know not to say something in front of them because you know they gonna do it. That's how you know. Because there's some people out here be like, oh yeah, I'm talking all this wild stuff. But then when they go to the room, the man go to the room, the lady, she like, oh, I don't know how to do that. I'm shy. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's how you was faking it. Now you got a grown man in the who know what he doing. He already put out the ropes and the handcuffs. He about to tie you up. Talking about you say you about that life. We about to do something. Now you in a whole situation with a man who real, real. I don't know what you about to do. You ever did that? I think a lot of these girls in that situation, they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do. They didn't tell that man they eating ass. Next thing they know, this man lift up his legs. They don't know what to do. They lost. Yeah, because you told him that you like that. That's why. He didn't. He know that's what they're now what you gonna do. I just want to understand what they gonna do. I don't know. These women out here wilding. These women out here just wilding, wilding, wilding. So I will tell you this: there's some women out here who really think that they talk about this stuff that they think they're into, or they ask questions, but they're not really about that. They ain't. I'm just being honest. They ain't really about that. Because if they was about that, and they was about that life, half of them wouldn't even talk about it. Because a real person don't play with dimes. A real one don't mess with dimes. Anytime I'm gonna be honest with you, I'll tell you this. This is a true story. Like I told you, I be around a little bit and something. I'm gonna tell you something. This is the real life truth. It's real life truth. Okay. Let me fix this stuff. So I am in some groups, like I said. I'm gonna tell you something. I do not mess with dimes at all in any situation because they ain't playing. Okay, first off, if any of them asks me anything wild, like, oh hey Polly, why don't you go? No, I don't do that because I already know. It's like you're entering a contract. You ever like rented from one of those rental places? You thought you wanted the couch, and then when you got the couch, and then the payments start coming, and you like, damn, like, I don't want to pay a whole year for this. That's what it's like. Don't get yourself in a contract with no man who is a master. That's what they call each other, master. Don't do it. Cause he gonna tell you to do everything. They be trying to tell you what to do. You ain't with him. That's the real life. They ain't playing with you. It is not for play. When they say do something, they gonna be like, so you about to come over here, and this was about to happen. And you think it's a joke. You laughing and stuff, think he joking. And when you get there, he got a belt. I don't think you be thinking the same after that. I don't play with them. I don't even joke with them. There's some people I just don't play with, and masters are not that. So if you was into that, honey, you would not be playing with those grown men because they is grown and they don't want to play with you. That's how you know. And they real serious about their subs. And that's what it is. So you ain't really about that life. Don't be playing. Because they ain't playing. I'm just being honest. I already know. I know the limit. That's why I don't be in them. Okay, hang on a second. Let's check it out. He said, since it's scary because some men hate women have a vindictive attitude towards certain women. Let me tell you something. If you a man and you want to feel that way, you might want to be a BD. But you still gotta have respect for women because you gotta treat them right. It's still like I said, really a trusting. It's a trusting situation. These men are who are in this. They're not in this because they hate women. No, sir. They in this most of the time because they like. They like them a whole lot. They like them so much they're gonna tell them what to do. Tell them that. I think every man got a little BDS in him. A man who's a leader, oh, absolutely. Because what they say is what they said, and that's what it is. What it is, what it is. See, you can't be a woman who want to run around and act like you don't care about what men say. Okay. Oh, hey, Pleasure and Sean, how you doing? I'm fine, dear. I'm talking about a little bit of BDS in him. And I was saying that women who are, out here talking about they like BDSM stuff and all that, that a lot of times they don't know what they really getting in store because they be talking about this good game. You cannot be a highly aggressive woman and be a sub. They don't match. They can't. It just don't match. You can't. It's not possible because you have to be submissive. Maybe some of these women need some submissive players. I don't know, but all I know is you can't. And it's not even an option. It's not an option to be out of order. Because when you committed to your master, you agree that you're gonna act like you got consent. You're gonna act like you got consent. Even if you don't got consent, you gotta pretend. That ain't gonna work. So I'm just saying, in this BDSM life that you would like to live, if you are a woman who is out of order, don't want to listen to no man, don't care about what they say, you ain't. I wouldn't choose that for you. Now, if you want to be a dominatrix woman, maybe that's what some of y'all women should sign up for. But even in that, you can't hate men. You can't hate men and be a dom. You cannot hate them, regardless, because at the end of the day, it's that trust that we were talking about. Trust. You're giving trust to a person to make sure you're taken care of. And I'm gonna be honest with you, you can tell the ones who are really good at it. So just give an example. If you're a dom, I'll say if you're a dom and you're over someone else, you tell them what to do. You also have to make sure that they have enough to sustain themselves, regardless if you're taking from them. Because if you're taking from them, you have to make sure they have enough to keep themselves in a place where they can always come back and then give to you. So if you want them to be nice to you, you want them to serve you, you want to feel that gratitude, you always have to be aware of where they are mentally. You always have to be aware of where they are because you also have to ensure that they're okay enough to make sure that they can be in a good place to give you what you're asking for. It is still a caring situation because if you don't care, your sub suffers. And if you take that from your sub, what I'm saying, let me rewind it. Because I know I'm talking a little fast. If you are a dom, you have to ensure that the person you're subbing, who's subbing for you, can then pour back into you, whatever it is, finances, gratitude, whatever it is. If you take too much from them, if you deplete them so much that they can't get back into themselves, then they cannot give to you. Then you are a bad dom. Point blank. The whole purpose is that they can give into you. But if you're not aware that they can't give into themselves enough they can then give to you, then you're stupid. I'm just you're stupid. It just makes sense. Unless you just, and that's why a lot of women and men, we'll say men too, but when they get in these situations with they're with men, they're like, "Oh, girl, I'm gonna take him for all he got." You're dumb. And this is not. This is not. I don't want to get. See, I hate giving out some advice that really could be unhelpful. If you take from someone to the extent that they cannot replenish themselves, you're only hurting yourself. Because if they're already in a place where they're willing to give, and you take all the way, then they can't revive. Then you are cutting off your lifeline, and it doesn't make sense. That's what doms and subs relationship is about. It's about me making sure that you have enough to pour back into me at some point. That's what a lot of that is. If you take from them, so some subs are financial subs. We'll just go with financial subs because we use money. Financial sub, they'll give you money, blah, blah, blah. They'll give you a lot of your money. They want you to take care of all that stuff. They want you to handle their finances. Okay. And even your finances, it's just giving to you because they feel like they don't deserve it. Sounds crazy, but it is what it is. So if you're doing that and you see that his check comes in, it's $3,000, and you're trying to take 2,500 and he can't sustain a home. He can't sustain his car, so he can get to work to get the money. If you cut off all of that and take all his check for a month, then he loses his job because he can't get there because he can't afford gas. You're cutting off the lifeline that feeds into you. You have to be responsible enough to do that. And some people who only see themselves will cut their legs off because they're not paying attention to the whole picture. And a lot of people don't have that ability to see the whole picture. And that's really the whole picture is that that's what that dom and sub relationship part of it is making sure that your partner or this person who is there is being also taken care of because you're only as good as your worst link. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? You're only as strong as your weakest link. The same thing. If your sub is not able to do what they do best, then how can they pour into you? It just doesn't make sense. So you can do what you do, but make sure that they're good. That's basically taking on responsibility of taking care of someone else. And if you don't have that ability, you probably shouldn't be in that situation. So I am going to run away. As like I said, I just wanted to chill chat where I put on my face. I know y'all are, I understand. Listen, it is what it is. But I wanted to say hi to everybody once again. Check out Tag like I usually do. And say hello. And I'm gonna go run over here. Okay, to our next show, Eat Black's channel. We're gonna check it out. And we're gonna go live. About 15 minutes here. We're gonna go over there and be live. Have a conversation. BDSM conversation. We also have taken a test. If you guys would like to take this test, we will put it in the chat. So when we put it in the chat, if you guys don't know who E Black is, let me go ahead and highlight E Black there. Here's E Black. You can see his logo. Okay, so we're doing a mini series of different things, different topics on his channel. If you guys go on there, you can check it out. If you guys are interested in more BDSM, I do have some videos on my channel. I've done an interview with a master prior to this. So if you like to find out a little bit more or even watch E Black and our show this evening, get some more information and continue to hang out with us, please do. At the end of the day, thank you guys for chilling with me for a moment while, like I said, I was getting ready. This is what it, this is what it is. This is where it is. I'm gonna put on a little bit of eyeliner, and we're gonna get it pop, right? All right. So, if you're checking out more things later on this channel, like I said, please check out Mind Over Tea. We're gonna be over there, and this week, and we're gonna have some great conversation. So. I will check you out there, guys. Appreciate your time. Cousin, what'd you say? I see his logo, but where is he at? He's about to start the show. It is E Black. Did you look it up on YouTube? If you look up his channel name, we'll be over there. Hang on, let me just get it right because I'm so bad sometimes. Let me end this real quick here down here. I'm gonna go ahead and go to it because y'all know I be messing up stuff. So I don't want to. Wow. Thank you guys. Really? Y'all leave that man alone. Lord, praise him. Praise him. Praise. The Dirty Pleasure Show. Okay, so the Dirty Pleasure Show is a show that we have been doing. It's like I don't know how it's a collab basically. E Black and the Dirty Pleasure Show have combined together, and they have made a show together. Jay is head of that uh channel, well, it's a channel on YouTube, but we're gonna be doing this on E Black's channel. So it's so horrible, just horrible. And we want to go live, so I gotta do my part because I be out here not doing what I'm supposed to be doing in the first place. Y'all know I'm like never like on time to do stuff. Shh, don't tell nobody. I, okay. I try, but I am late. Okay, so I am gonna head over there, get set up, and then if you guys like to have more conversation, great. Like I said, thank you guys for checking me out. If you like this video, I appreciate it so much. More content to come. We're gonna be pushing some great things, and then like I said, there's another show with knowledge and relationships we'll have later on tonight. Also, so just keep having fun with me all night. Well, not all night because I do have to go to bed, but as late as possible. So, I will see you guys then. And you guys have a good day. Thank you guys. Dragonfly, hopefully see you there. I know I see I am single, so we're gonna see you over there and have a great day.